for now, there's still a lot that we need to cover, Rose and Beatrice's story, and also get to understand then, so how did this affect you in terms of trusting this person, coming into your lives, involving them into your spaces and all those things, and then they get to swindle you, and then how are you doing right now? So, Rose, for you, 500,000, that was the first payment that you made to this guy, and then you also made another payment, and then on top of that, there's also another car that is involved.
Yes.
Yeah. What happened? Second payment and the car?
For me, I lost the money in batches. The first one was the 500,000, which he borrowed, which I gave him the cash. And then from there now, it became 300,000 here, give me 100,000 here, give me 200,000 here. So in total, I lost up to 1.2. The 500 is the cash that I had. The rest of the money, I had to go to an institution to borrow. And he knew, because I remember him calling me at work and telling me, I know you're in this organization. You're able to borrow money.
Access money.
Yeah, you can be able to access money. Just get some funding. I'll be able to pay back. And
he's not even paid the first one.
No, he hasn't paid the first one, but because you're also aware that, okay, you haven't been paid, so when you get paid, you're just going to clear the whole amount at once. And I did ask about the contract for the tender he was doing, but I was also given an excuse of the contract is with my sister, so I do not have it with me. So I thought, okay, your sister is in Kisii, we can't travel all the way there to get
just
the contract.
Get a contract.
Because I had other friends in that institution that he was supplying. And I could just call up and ask what's happening with this payment. But he also didn't want me to do that. So just the 300 here, 200 here, amounted to 1.2. Yes. So you're in debt. Also, losing the vehicle was also another tender that he came into. Where now, at that point, I remember by the time I had taken the debt to get to 1.2, I also quit my job from where I was working.
Okay.
I had the job at that point was not satisfying me as much. He also knew that. He optimized on that and told me, I don't think you should continue working there. He kept encouraging me and telling me, I need you to quit because running this other timber business of ours, looking at the math, you'll be making much more money in this business. And looking at the math, you could make sense of it and say, yeah, it's true. I'd be making much more if I quit. So at the time, I had already quit my job. Now with the vehicle, he came into another business deal. So with the business deal, he told me, I need you to help me get like 200,000. Now with this 200,000, I did have it. I don't have a job. So, and the business that I had at that time was, I was in the matatu industry too. So with that business, he knew how troublesome it is, especially for a single lady running a matatu. It's hectic.
It's crazy,
So he knew how the drivers wanakusumbua leo, tumegonga antelope, tumefanya So with that, he told me like, instead of doing this, let me take this off your hands. Let me have it. It's going to be ferrying my employees from the farm to where I'll just have remodel it, and then it's going to help me, and then I'll be paying you this amount every month. We added it to the agreement. I handed over the matatu
contract
to him. Yes, in that contract, I handed over the matatu to him. He went with it to Bomet. But then now, when he came back, he's like, I need to do this deal that I've gotten, 200,000. 200,000, I don't have it right now. So he comes up with this really bright idea at the time. There are these money lenders in town, the Shylocks, you know them. These people, their interest rates are crazy. But he also told me, this amount, I'll just clear within a month. Within a month, I'm done. So with that surety, with the surety of the deal coming in, we went with him to this. He actually had a person in that institution. There was somebody to facilitate and make it easier.
Everywhere.
Yes, make it easier for us get the paperwork through. So he did. The guy brought the forms. I filled the forms because the logbook is in my name. I hand it over. We get the 200,000. I give him the 200,000. So with the 200,000, remember the car is already in Bomet. We've taken a loan of 200,000 from the Shylocks. He's to repay within a month. First month goes by. Because with these guys, you have to give them post-dated checks. So I did give them from my account. So the deal was, you're going to be depositing this amount into my account so the checks can clear. Remember, I do not have any other income coming in. The Matatu, you have it. Job,
so
I do not have
he had
it.
everything that
He
belonged
had everything.
to you.
Yeah. Yes. So with that, the Matatu, we took the 200,000 first month. Check doesn't clear because there's no funds in the account. Second month, check doesn't clear. At that point, remember, you're even ashamed to tell your family. Because having the conversation now with my sister, she's like, it was just 200,000. You will have come to me, I would have given you the 200,000 you repaid, we get the log because you lost much more.
Exactly.
But then at that time, he's alienated you from actually your friends. I remember some of my friends were being called, no, these guys are leading you the wrong path. So most of them, I didn't want to discuss all these things that are happening in my private life. I'm like, let's just have, we're building, it's us.
It's us, we're building this thing. Oh, wow.
So third month, the third check doesn't clear. These guys, what do? They go to tow the car. Towed it, sold it.
Got their money back, and then that's it. That is how you lost it.
That's how I lost it.
So you lost everything.
Everything.
So at what point did you realize, hi, where, Apana, this is no, this is not it?
I think I realized it actually even before the Matatu was sold, because even the Matatu being towed, at that point, I was already like, you guys, if that is what is going to get you guys off my back, go ahead, get it.
Oh yeah,
because I also know,
all over.
Yes, I would also know it's already in the agreement. You owe me this. You owe me this, the Matatu. So I'm thinking, if you're not going to pay, you're going to lose it, and you're the one who's going to pay me back this amount. But I remember when I had already quit my job, coming back home, of course I'm expecting my pension, and there's already talk in the house of this money we're expecting.
He is still with you.
He's still with me. So at that point, I'm thinking that now the red flags in my head, now they were working at that time.
Exactly. So
at that time they were working.
Yeah.
So with that, I remember I got the amount, but then what I did, I spoke to a family member, directed the whole amount to them. I just told them, out of this amount, at that time there's a project we were doing as a family. So I told her, out of this whole amount I've given you, the only amount I need is like 10K, maybe to take actually my nieces to lunch. So with that, I think he also came to a realization that he wasn't getting anything out of my pension.
Okay.
Yeah, but even me at that time already saw the red flags now, because no money is coming in. It's just promises after promises after promises. Yes.
Hey.